What's up, everybody? Hold on. The intro. Hey, what's up? All right, that was the intro.
All right.
It should be good, Corey. I'm seeing it. Hey, what's up, everybody? Good evening, good evening. Welcome to the Real Life Relationship Growth Get Together. It is Thursday. I know y'all looking like, who are all these people on here? Y'all seen a lot of them already. Y'all seen them before. And I usually kind of start out and nobody's on camera with me. But tonight we doing that a little bit different because everybody here is special. Everybody here um, means something in some type of way to me, and I'm sure to some of y'all too, right? Especially this one sitting right here. So tonight, y'all, this is the first live of 2025. This is the first live of the Real Life Relationship Growth tonight. And I came up with this idea on yesterday. I woke up, popped up yesterday morning, and the idea came to me, yo, let's do a topic. Let's start out the year with the out with the old, in with the new. And I didn't think I felt like it would be great to have some of the people on here that rocked with me through 24, that rocked with me through 2024 going into 25. So most of y'all know everybody on here. If you don't, I'm gonna start with this young man sitting next to me. This is nephew Caden, affectionately known as CJ. Oh, he's shy now. All right. I got my girl Corey B, my right hand as always. What's up, Corey?
Hello.
I got my big sister, my rider for life. Hey, Claudette.
What's up?
All right. We have a few more that's going to come on and pop on and join us, but we're going to keep going with this thing. Oh, Corey, wait a minute. Corey. I got to back up a little bit.
Don't do it.
Oh, we're
I
gonna
got
do it. I was waiting patiently.
you
'Cause
ready,
I'm
Corey?
special.
Sis, you know what we about to do. You gonna join us?
Oh my
Absolutely.
God, it's the worst part.
Sis, you ready? Claudette,
Yes.
you ready?
Mhm.
Oh man.
She like, that's all right. She'll chime in. You ready, Corey?
Oh, I'm ready.
All right, let's go. Ooh,
Ooh, ladies
ladies
first.
first.
Ladies first.
Ladies first.
Oh, ladies first.
Y'all was off.
We were off. It's okay. It's okay. We were a little off, but it's okay.
Lord.
It's all right. It's all right. All right. So I'm gonna start out with the newest because he still got Similac on his breath because he's new to the crew. Neil, what's up, sir?
Similac.
Damn,
Laughing you
Similac,
about
baby.
CJ.
Just in the reference of being new, Neil. That's all. Come on, sir.
Okay.
All right. The newest member added to the crew, Mr. Neil, because definitely well beyond Similac. My bad. And I gotta go. I gotta go next. I usually leave this brother for last, but I'm gonna go ahead and pop in and say, he knew it. Hey, Mark,
Hey, what's up? What's happening?
what's going on? Long time.
Hey man, it's a long time only because you know what? The time is right now.
That's right. That's right. Oh, look at that. Was kind of smooth sound.
Time
Like
is right now,
that.
man. It's day
Don't
night
bump
live.
his
Come on,
head.
how you doing,
Don't bump his
man?
Corey, stop.
Mark, give us the name of your platform real quick, brother, please.
It's date night online TV on Instagram. Yeah, that's it.
Okay.
That's it.
Okay. All right. And then we have the gentleman on my screen. He's to the left of Mark. Mr. Jimmy. Hey, sir.
What's going on, sis?
What's happening,
Always
Jimmy?
a pleasure.
What's
Always
going
a
on,
pleasure.
Mark?
Man, I
Always.
appreciate you all being honest about Corey. Okay, all right, we can keep it moving
All
now.
right. All
Jimmy,
right.
give us your platform, Jimmy.
It's relationship real talk. Yeah, that's a platform that I have. I've been doing relationship coaching for 21 years, and
Oh,
that platform again is relationship real talk.
all right, all right, all right. And then last but not least, and I usually try to flow into this brother a little bit slower too, because he comes with that this it's like a set. They kind of like bookends, but close the door. They kind of like bookends, but one is
Yeah.
missing in action right now. Hopefully he'll pop on in a little bit. Mr. Perry, hello, sir.
Hello. You can't see me? I'm right here.
I see you.
Oh, okay. Hey, Corey, hush.
What did I do?
Perry, Corey, you be catching it.
You get on my nerves.
Perry, go ahead and give us a little intro to your platform.
Oh, we have the Husband Show podcast. We are on all socials and we go live. It'd be so random right now, like I'm not even gonna front, but we got a lot of content on YouTube and all the social media. So check us out.
Okay, okay. All right. Oh, so this brother just popped in. I gotta bring him on, y'all, of course. Mr. Kevin,
Ah,
Hey, how you doing?
what's up?
Happy holidays, people.
How you? Yo,
Thank
I
you.
have to tell y'all, this gentleman right here has been rocking with real life relationship growth from literally day one. Day one. Kevin has followed and been a part of this page since its inception. So Kevin always got jokes for us. We kind of got Corey, Kevin.
Wow. Thank you.
What's up? How was your day, sir?
It was fine. How was yours?
Good. It was good. It was good. It was good. So I'm gonna fuss a little bit because I see somebody in the comments that should be here, but we're gonna give him Mr. Finley.
I was say I told him too.
Yeah, you see Finley? Uh-huh. He in there typing chatting notes. Okay, Finley, it's okay. We talked yesterday. He throwing shade. Finley throwing shade at you. All right, y'all. So we're gonna get started with this thing. Y'all see the topic. I'm not going to move too slow tonight with the regular intro because we all know what it is and why we're here. Real life relationship growth. So our topic tonight, out with the old, in with the new. So what we are talking about this evening, did I miss anybody? I'm sorry. Got everybody? Okay. All right. Oh, Finley talking about he gonna come now. We'll see. I'll see if I let you in, Finley.
Nah.
Come on, bruh. You know I love you. So 2024 is gone. Only 2 days, gone 2 days, but it is gone. We are in a new year, 2025. Um, Started out with some bad news for the nation. We pray for the families of the people who were victims in New Orleans. Um, can't even begin to imagine, but life is short. We never know. We never know. So my thing to that is be real, be honest. Um and make life the best you can, because you never know when it's your last moment, it's your last time. You never know. So out with the old, and that's a pretty good way of starting on that. We are out with the old. There's some things and some experiences, like I said. Nephew was here because the first show that he and I did, the first discussion that we did, the topic was what was it? I'm sorry. From a child's perspective. It was from a child's perspective. And we're gonna let him hang out with us just for a few minutes. Because everybody here, like I said, has been with me on a live one time or another somewhere. And that was his night with me, from a child's perspective. And it was a really, really good show. It allowed some parents to hear some things maybe we didn't want to hear, but bring us to reality for some things that they need from us, that maybe we're not giving, and then vice versa, because this whole thing is about relationships. This whole thing is about relationships. So, nephew, I'm gonna start with you real quick. Out with the old, in with the new. Let me know. Tell us something that kind of was shaping your life in 24 that you decided and realized this ain't working for me. I don't need it. Let me get rid of it. What you got?
Making moves based off of what people think, especially family. So
Ooh.
like sometimes you feel like you're entitled to like listen to what your family say because it's family. But I think it's like better to make choices that benefit yourself.
Okay. Okay. So, I know with talking with teens and kind of learning some things and wanting to be open to what your thoughts and opinion. I remember, we growing up on here, some of us were used to that be seen and not heard type of thing. Now I have to say, grandmommy, my mom, she was pretty open with us. She didn't really have that concept of listen to what I say and shut up and whatever, whatever. So she allowed us to express ourselves. But I think it's important that you're able to do that. Like y'all got what he said. Everybody heard what he said. It was like things coming. He don't have to listen to everything. But just know, listen to me when I say something. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. We have really good conversations. I always tell people this young man is very emotionally mature. We have some really good conversations, and when he's feeling something and thinking something, he shares that with me. And we have our little knockdown drag outs. Not too much though. Not too much. Not too much. Um, but we have our good conversations. All right, nephew. So what's something that you grabbed onto? Something you learned? You was like, I'm taking this with me because it's gonna help me be successful.
Communication.
Huh?
Communication.
Communication. What does that mean? Like,
Like when I get upset, or something like irritates me, I like to just say nothing. Just like yeah.
go ahead.
I like to say nothing, but I'm starting to realize that talking about how you feel benefits sometimes.
Mm, mm. Y'all, I told him, there's some grown men that don't even speak what he just said. Communicating, and when you feel something, you speak. And so I let him know when when he says that, when he told me that, that's gonna take you far because men get cut sometimes based on what they feel and what they think. And there's a lot of things are focused around the woman and her feelings, and so I told him that's gonna help him out with his relationship with me, his mama, his other auntie, his little girlfriends.
Hey. Also want to add on, just kind of say this to the young brother. I'll say the more you express yourself, it holds the other person accountable on how they should treat you.
Nice.
You see what I'm saying? When you lay it out there to them and you tell them how you feel at that point, that person is accountable, right? Based upon everything you told them. So that's what makes it even better for you.
Yeah, but my young brother, let me tell you something. When you're being vulnerable, watch your ass, because it'll come back and bite you. I'm gonna tell you the truth. They'll use it against you. So it's a fine line you got to walk, brother. It's a fine line.
But
Okay.
also,
The key.
the thing is, when you when I was in the military, I'm just going to tell you, when I was at home, I was shy. I didn't know how to express myself. That wasn't something that we talked about as men. When I joined the military, I'm just going to make a long story short. There was this locker that was locked, and I could not put my stuff at the end of in the locker, and they were gigging me left and right. Until you speak up for yourself, everybody thinks that you'll walk over and can slam you. So
Right.
that was something I had to learn, was to speak out for myself. And not, you don't have to be nasty about it. You just have to tell people what you feel. And if they don't want to listen, it's just like talking to a drunk. You walk away. They have nothing for you.
Hmm. Hmm. Okay. All right.
The key to being vulnerable
It's not that you. It's not that you can't be vulnerable. It's who can you be vulnerable
Number
with.
2. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's selective. There has to be selective.
Mhm.
You know what I mean? Because not everybody out to get you.
Nephew,
Right.
nephew, you know I have much, much love for you. And everything that everybody has said is 100% true. Everybody does not deserve your vulnerability. So a lot of those young ladies that you're with, before you start trying to be vulnerable with them, make sure that they have some moral standards that line up with yours
And
so they can even understand your vulnerability.
That's right.
So
And-
yeah, man. Now you're getting to that age now where the young ladies are gonna be coming. You're a handsome young man. You're talented. Girls like men that have, that get their attention. They have a little power. You're in those positions where you're popular. You're gonna get the young ladies coming after you. So, but just be mindful. You want to treat them like you would want somebody to treat your mom. So don't be reckless with the women either. Okay. All right, buddy.
Hey,
Also-
somebody comment said he look like Michael from Good Times, man. That's funny as hell. I had to point that one out.
Who said that? Stanley.
Right, Stan.
We have a whole.
That's
Wanna
a
tell you
compliment, nephew. I promise.
Listen, we have a whole video we did a couple of years ago where he imitated Michael from Good Times, and we did a side by side. That thing was hilarious.
Yeah.
He said he leaving that in
Also, no,
he said he leaving that in 2024.
also,
There you go, bro.
right? This is another thing is don't take what everybody's saying is talking at you. They're talking with you and expressing because they grew up, and like you said earlier, it's some things that you could take and listen to, but don't think that anybody who is coming at you, they're just like, man, just believe that there are people out there that have good intent with you, and then there's some people that just play on emotions. There are people play on emotions. Just watch out.
Yep. I always say know thyself. I say it to him all the time too. Know thyself. So, all right. Thank you, sir. Anything else you got? You good?
Now he's gonna be quiet.
Right. Y'all heard all that trash talking. And those that
Don't
be
be
on
all
the
shy.
phone, y'all know what I deal with. They gonna get on here and try to be all studious. Mm-hmm. Love you. Thank you. Appreciate you.
He said you need to leave the house. You tried to call him out in 2024.
Yeah, that's what happened. All right, y'all. All right. So I appreciate that part of it. All right, let's dig a little deep. Let's get it. Is there anybody who wants to get started on this thing? I hate calling folks out, be in the classroom and everybody start looking around.
Well, I ain't even do my homework. The dog ate mine, so
the dog ate your homework. You always ready. Mark. You're gonna be all right.
I'm listening.
As usual. All right. Out with the old, in with the new.
I'm ready to hear what Corey got to say.
Yeah, Corey.
No, you're not.
Yeah, Corey, what you got to say?
Yeah.
You
Hold on.
you
What
can
happened to ladies first? Ladies first. What happened to that?
Talk that. Yeah. Talk
Wow.
that.
Oh God, that was a quick hit. That hit.
That was good. That was good. That was good.
Your throat. Okay, bring it.
Oh, I'm not saying anything. That's men lead. Protect black women lead. Go in front of it.
Oh,
Go ahead.
shit. Do your job, huh?
No, retort got you. But
Do your job. Okay.
So
They
in
always
terms
like to
of
say
the-
that when it's convenient, don't they?
I got my own pay for me.
Is this what we out with?
Yeah, we're trying to get this out now, so
sometimes you got to go in to get it out. You know what I mean?
You know me. I got
Got
to get
that.
out of the room because you know me.
Got that.
What you say, sis?
You know me. I have to get the temperature of the room because I'll come in too hot. You know me.
No.
Listen, I need you to
Ain't
burn that
nobody
goddamn
scared.
couch up,
Nobody
then. Burn that
scared.
goddamn couch up.
Do it. Come on.
Nobody's scared. Come on.
Bring it.
I want to
sis.
see some flames from that couch, okay?
Come on, sis. Bring the heat. Bring that
Bring
shit.
it.
We
All
will.
right, I'm gonna start.
Go ahead, man.
Let's get this thing roll. Okay. Out with the old. Out with the old. Again, y'all know me. I'm very transparent. I'm very transparent. I think it's important to share certain things, not everything, but I think it's important to share, especially when it's things about yourself and you showing accountability. I have realized that in my choosing of brothers, in my choosing of men that I'm dating, that I have dated in the past, even this past year, I have somehow chosen men that tend to need. They come out the gate with what they got, what they gonna do, what they gonna, where they stand and what they gonna take care of. And then when the rubber hits the road and it starts coming and time moving on, brothers are fading like, I ain't got it. Like, I don't know. So in other words, what's presented to me is not what's actually happening and going on in the long run of the relationship. So what's out with me, I have decided and said, and I know, and let me, no, I'm just going to say it. I have decided if the brother either can't meet me, match me, or exceed me, I'm not giving the time of day. I'm not giving the time of day. So that means a lot. That means different things. That means different things for me. Financially, it is what it is. It is what it is. I have to honestly say, I have not met a brother who is financially on the same plane with me. And I appreciate God for his blessings. I have a very successful business and I appreciate him for that. And I don't know. But I'm that woman that says, I'm not looking at what a man has in his pocket. I'm looking for what he brings to me growth wise and care and concern and love and those things like that. And not that I'm going to stop looking for that or presenting myself as receiving that. But I have to change some of the dynamics of what I'm accepting. If that makes sense, y'all. If that makes sense.
What kind of growth?
What kind of growth?
Yes.
Growth as in, cause I mean, again, I'm about taking accountability. So I have to realize that, that term that people say, you attract what you are in some sense.
You are what you eat.
You are what you eat. That works too. So what I had to realize, and y'all know me, ding, 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 counseling. What I had to realize was I was attracting the type of man that I was used to. In other words, my father, in a sense. So I had to look at myself and say, okay, what is it that I'm doing that may be putting off that is attracting this type of man that I'm receiving and feeling like that's going to work. That's going to work.
You have to maybe you have to completely change your mindset.
Okay. What does that look like? Finley, you ain't got no sense.
What does it look like? We need to be asking you that.
Yeah, but it sounds like it's just hypergamy. Like, and there's nothing wrong with that.
Like, what I meant when I said what does that look like, Mark, what I really actually meant was she was giving me her suggestions on some things. So I was trying to see if she had something specific that she was trying to say, that she was talking about.
I've been changing your mindset.
Yeah, when you said
it wasn't until I kept attracting the same type of man. And I kept wondering, why was I drawing the same type of man? It was me. I realized it was me and my mindset. And I went way to the other side of the spectrum and changed my mindset.
It came out
completely different.
So Donna, I listened to what you said. And here is what I would say to any man or woman. it is rare in this lifetime that we find a person that will meet all of our requirements,
Mm-hmm.
right?
Right.
That is a rare occasion, right? And usually, if we find one that has enough of them, they still come with some issues.
Right.
So my question is, what is most valuable to you? I mean, you have to ask yourself, what is the most valuable thing to me as it relates to a relationship with a man? You know what I'm saying? Is
Mm-hmm.
it finances? Is it a combination of spirituality, integrity, potential, whatever that is? You have to be resolute when it comes to that thing, and then say, "This is what I'm going to." Because you're not going to get a man that's 100% perfect.
Oh
And
yeah,
yeah,
and maybe I gave that misunderstanding there. I definitely know that I'm not going to find that perfect. There is no perfect specifics. We'll never get everything we want out of one person. I totally get that. So maybe something I said gave off that was what I was implying, but that's not it. I'm not looking for Mr. Perfect. I'm no, I'm not. That's not what I'm looking for.
So how do you know when a person's giving you $100 fake bills, selling wolf cookies, telling you something that you want to hear just to talk to you, and then later on down the line you figure out that he was full of BS?
Oh, how do I know? Because look, I'm a big proof is in the pudding type person. I'm not real big on words. There has to be some type of action. There has to be an action. And if I don't see an action after a certain amount of time, especially if you keep being redundant with what you're saying you're doing, and even for yourself, it's not for me. Like if you say, hey, my goal is to do XYZ, and I don't never even get any implication that that's what you doing. So then that's what I'm saying. You literally showing opposite of what you're saying. So again, I'm that person until you show me, until you do wrong, until you show me. I'm gonna give you. I'm not gonna go in and be like, "Oh, you ain't nothing. He ain't nothing. He ain't da 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 da." But when you show me who you are, I'm that proponent of when a person shows you who they are, believe them. And then that's up to me to make that decision. Am I going to deal with this foolishness, which I'm not? Or, hey, nice to meet you. It's not going to work for me. Take care.
So my question would be, so just try to get a little bit more clarification. What type of men were you attracting at first? Excuse me, what type, when you say you was meeting this type of guy, what was that guy, and what he did or didn't do, or what expectations he didn't meet? That's
okay.
What type of guy?
So I'm going to tell you, the type of guy that I was attracting was that heavy masculine man. Okay. That man that was that leader, that he came off like, I got this. I'm a man. I'm taking care of things, fixing stuff. And if he saw I had something that needed to be taken care of, brother was like, oh, I got that. You good on that? I got that. And I really realized and figured out the reason they were coming at me like that.
Right.
Because they know I got that. And it's like, you had to come high because I'm already up here. So you had to come up here or a little higher. So to even draw my attention, for me to be like,
So they was fake. So they was fake matching your energy. Like they'll come in saying that, okay, I can reach this potential. They were trying to match your energy. So then you say later on, you find out that they didn't deliver in that area.
Right.
Okay. Got
right.
It. That makes sense. Okay, I see what you're saying. So how do you correct that from a standpoint of you? How are you gonna approach it? How are you looking at things? I'm just curious.
Oh, moving forward, because my end with the new. Again, I'm not going to change how I perceive people from the beginning, because a bad situation doesn't change me. If that was the case, I'd be balled up somewhere, with the stuff that I've dealt with in life. If that was the case, so a bad situation doesn't change me. I just have to look at how I'm moving and what I'm accepting. So when that comes along and I realize that, you know, when those red flags start waving or whatever, or, you know, not ignoring those,
right,
and not giving that pass to say, oh, well, he said he was going to, and I'll wait. While I'm sitting over there looking at you playing video games for, oh, sorry.
Gotcha.
Oh,
sister. Oh.
Right. But you know what? So at the end of the day, I guess you're saying you're just gonna have more accountability on what direction your dating goes.
Yep. Right. Yep. There it is, Date Night Live online.
Yeah, no, I'm just playing.
I'm just playing. No. Yeah, I'm just playing.
No, but that's a good one. But that's a great one because a lot of people don't look at that like just to kind of piggyback off that real quick. I would probably say I fell in that same category too. Shortly after, I've told this story before. After the divorce, I was, you know, at that situation where I kept attracting these type of women, and then I had to really look at, well, damn, I think that's me. I start seeing those actions in my actions. You know what I'm saying? So to avoid them, I did have to like change on how or who I, you know, I just drop an F-bomb, but who I messed with. I try to respect your shit. My bad.
Appreciate it. But be you.
One of the things you said, one of the things you said that caught my attention was that they knew you were up here, so they were trying to get up there. When they first met you, how would they know where you?
No, that's good.
Have you met me, Jimmy?
Uh-oh.
No,
you done froze that man picture. Look, you done froze this man picture.
You're not aware of what you're saying.
Say that one more time, Jimmy.
Yeah, you froze.
Everything is frozen.
Yeah, he froze. Try again, Jimmy.
Typing away.
Okay, can you hear me?
1,000 words a minute.
Everything.
Yeah,
I was saying.
Still froze, brother.
What you're is interested in you. Of course,
no, we don't know what you're saying.
Yeah, Jimmy,
if he's perceiving that, you know, you.
No, he's saying you're
he knows the only way that he
exuding.
has a shot is to pretend that he can maintain or even acquire the same level of materialism that you have, right? And I often tell men, the brothers that I talk to, I say, if you leave with your money, you're gonna have to sustain with your money. Just like I tell a woman, if you leave with your body, you're gonna have to sustain with your body. If that makes any sense.
The bit of what chopped up, I kind of caught what you were saying. I think we got the gist of what you're saying. But the question you asked me, how does he know?
Right. Where you are.
Honestly, I would just have to say just how I carry and present myself.
So it's what he sees. It's what he sees and what he thinks he knows.
What he sees and what he thinks he knows. And then, you know, having a conversation, there's obviously something in there that's like, oh, okay.
Well, no, I would venture to say that it's more about what he sees.
Yeah. I can agree with that.
Let me hold on, my turn to bowl.
Don, you walk around with Liberace rings on your fingers and stuff like that?
Not at all, sir. Not at all.
Looking like little rock.
Not at all.
I don't know why they try to get on it.
Not at all. Not at all. Listen, I have a bit of OCD. I'm a neat freak, so everything is always together. Maybe it's the presentation of togetherness, the matching, the whatever.
But you know what you have. But you see, here's the thing. That's why it's important, like when you try to understand a person's history. One thing about it is, I know this. Okay, so everything you described simply is a trace of you when you play organized sports. You play basketball, right? So that's a competitor. You get what I'm saying? And so sometimes guys may see that competitiveness, and then there's a competition. You know what I'm saying? It's the edge you give out, because I've been around you before. I know. I know you play ball, so I can see why they can do that though. You know what I'm saying? So that's my 2 cents.
Yeah, you give it off. You give it off. You give it off.
Yeah.
I'm giving off.
Yeah, you
but it's
give that
okay.
off. You give it, but that's fine. It's not.
Yeah.
And even if you want to find somebody, and you want to date somebody in a certain stratosphere or whatever because you want that security, dude, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh yeah.
We've been doing that
Oh, yeah.
forever.
Shoot for the stars.
It ain't nothing new.
Yeah. Well,
Oh yeah.
I want to
Yeah.
challenge that. I want to challenge that.
But
Okay.
On God.
It is one thing. It is one thing to go in the hood with a brand new car and challenge the dude in the hood,
Mm-hmm.
rather than go into the area where they financially and all of those things match you. Does that make sense? Like if I
It
don't,
does.
if I don't want, if I want to have a businesswoman, I'm gonna have to go where the businessmen are. If that
Mhm.
makes any sense.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna
Mhm.
trick myself into believing I can manufacture this woman from anywhere. Because there
Mhm.
are certain characteristics, there are certain interpersonal skills that an individual has when they're on a certain level. They just do
Gotcha.
because it's in them to do. You know what I'm
Right.
saying? And
Right.
so I will still say this is, 'cause, we've been knowing each other for a minute.
Uh-huh.
It is easy for a person to look at you and make some assumptions, right?
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
About your financial status or whatever. And if they are attracted to you, they're gonna try to manufacture to get a shot at you, right? But here's what I would say to you: their life, other than their words, that convince you that.
So, like I said, my thing, and it's always unless you talk to someone and some kind of connection or whatever, and you talk to someone you haven't met them yet, and that really rarely happens nowadays. It is definitely how they presented themselves. Like I said, how they presented themselves. Like you ain't walking around looking like no bum, and I'm like, ooh.
Yeah. One of the things I've learned to do in life,
so-
one of the things I've learned is I believe very little of what I hear a person say, but I believe everything that they do.
Mm-hmm. Right. Which is why
patterns of behavior.
Exactly. Which is why nobody came slacking. Nobody came slacking. The relationship and it was two. It was the last two, honestly. Nobody came slacking. They came with handling business. And I'm looking like, okay. But we don't look. We gonna move on. We holding too long.
Yeah, Don, I was gonna say I was gonna throw you a lifeline. I was gonna try to throw you a lifeline to get you out of there.
Oh yeah. No, I appreciate it. I appreciate it. But yeah. So let's move on. Out with the old. I know y'all done had some time to really think now. Really think now. Out with the old, in with the new.
You know what? Can I ask? Okay, what's the young lady again with the fire starter? What's her name again? What's her name? Claudette. Claudette. I'm very interested to see what yours would be. I'm sorry. I just want to.
I want to talk about sex over 50.
Oh my!
Let's get into it.
Oh man!
or should I say, let's try to get into it.
Okay.
All right. Come on with it.
Okay, if you want to listen, if you want to use your time for 6 over 50.
Hey, out with the old, in with the new. Come on, sis. What you got?
She put some jumper cables on this thing.
Go ahead, Claudia.
I don't know. I'm just so tired of people believing that once you hit 50, that you're not into anything anymore. You're not into toys. You're not into role play. You're not into wigs. You're not into whips, chains, and
wait, what?
Hey, we don't kink shame. We don't kink shame.
No. I'm
He's trying to get back to the wigs. What kind? Tell us about these wigs. Like, what's this blonde wig? Like, what kind of wig?
Come on, change it up, sis. Go walk.
I have 8 different characters. For my
Lord.
8 different wigs, 8 different characters, and he don't know who he gonna get at any given time.
What's their name? You give us a couple of names.
Why?
One of them.
She opened his door. She gonna stay in the room.
You gonna walk
She opened his door. She stay in the room.
You can stay in the room.
One
You can
is
stay in the room. Come on.
Shalonda and Brenda.
Say it again. I'm sorry. What was the first one?
Jackie, Shalonda, and Brenda.
Oh man.
Which one coming out tonight? Because I see it.
Oh, you know what? Let me talk to the men for a minute.
Oh, yes, ma'am.
Okay.
It's good for it to a different character come out every night because I'm gonna tell you something health-wise with your prostate. Okay.
PSA.
If you are able to ejaculate daily,
Y'all ran Jimmy off. I'm sorry.
daily,
There you go.
it will
No,
stave off
Jimmy is here.
prostate cancer.
It would do
This
what?
is coming from a doctor.
Go ahead, sis. It
An
what?
old-fashioned doctor.
Okay,
Say that one more time. If they ejaculate, you said daily?
If you inject, yes, I make sure mine daily, honey, because it staves off prostate cancer.
Okay.
Yes.
So
I've read that.
Can I ask you a question? I'm sorry. Can I ask you a question? Are you're married? Yeah, am I correct?
26 years.
Okay, got it. Okay. This is curious.
My husband's 78 years old.
And you're how old? I'm sorry.
I'm 54.
That's not funny about that. Good. Congratulations.
No, I'm saying she's a great one. She's a great one. She's a great one.
Oh yeah.
I like that one there.
My man right there, he said he finished with her. He got to go step outside and smoke. He must switch to sweet.
Man, listen.
Okay.
We are simple creatures, man.
So you're out with the old. You're out with the old is the misconception that when you hit 50, over 50, that sex and all that and all the wonders that come with it have to die out.
Yes, I mean all the lovely things that come with your body produces, everything. It increases after 50. It doesn't go down after 50.
Oh, thank you for that public service announcement.
Whips and chains and lubes and creams and get it all. Do it all. Have fun with it, especially after you retire. My husband retired, honey, and please.
Okay, so let me ask you a question.
More time.
Can I ask one other question? I'm sorry. So your husband being an age. Okay, so now obviously he's holding his part up in this. I'm sure probably based upon what you're talking. So my question is, how does he continue that type of lifestyle health wise? Does he eat well? Can you emphasize that part? Like what is he?
He's been a vegetarian for 60 years.
Wow.
And he also takes vitamins, natural vitamins that work at a moment's notice, not Viagra.
Okay.
Because we had experience with that and we let that go. So he took more natural vitamins and he lived a healthy lifestyle. And like I said, I make sure that his body stays healthy.
I'm sure you do.
Sexually.
Yeah. So Mark, I don't know if you missed it, but
I heard everything.
That's my older sister, but I'm not saying that for that. I'm saying this because her husband Paul, like he's older than all of us, but Paul is so energetic.
That's why I asked. That's why I asked about the diet.
Yeah.
Like that's important.
Paul's diet is amazing. His diet is amazing. So that's a key point in there, men and women. But that diet is essential in being able to maintain them functions.
Fellas, it's all right to order a salad every once in a while.
Remember, what goes in is what comes out. Please remember that.
Right.
What goes in comes out. All right, sis. Thank you for that. Okay. All right. So out with the old, in with the new. So remember, we're talking about any level of relationship. Any level of relationship that y'all talking about, that y'all want to talk about, it doesn't have to be with your your mate or whatever. Something that you realized in 2024, I'm not taking that foolishness into 2025. For myself, for my family as a whole, what does that look like? What does that look like? Jimmy, we're gonna get you real quick because you keep popping in and popping out, and I know you
Well,
moving.
I would say for myself, I'm done with trying to fix people.
Oh, Kev, I'm sorry. Kev, go ahead, Kev.
Yeah, I'm done with trying to fix people. And what I mean by that is like, I don't know. I guess my past, I've always attracted, broken women. Okay, and it doesn't mean financially broken, just like emotionally or spiritually broken.
Right.
And we get to talking. It's like, oh, I start feeling bad, and it's like, oh man, okay, I'm not that type of dude. Yeah, I'm gonna come in here. I'm gonna show you. I'm that type of guy. I'm gonna show you that real men. We can be supportive and all this. And come to find out, a lot of game is being run. So, I've said it many a times. I'm past the game stage. I'm like, look, if you really like me or into me, say it. And just be that, and vice versa. I mean, I think that throughout relationships, we have really overcomplicated the processes, and just a simple relationship of it, being a relationship. It's like we have to. It's like a science project now. Like, oh man, I do this. This isn't equaling up. So we're basically saying we want all this, but we're finding ways to jam ourselves up in the process instead of letting it evolve in a more natural course. I mean, I love the dialogue that we all share, but I think sometimes people, they get so addicted to the dialogue, they don't get addicted to the process, and investing that time into that person that they're interested in. And that can go into a job too, your life goals. I'm guilty of it. It's like, oh man, when I hit rock bottom, I just kept saying, oh, I'm gonna do this and I'm gonna do that and I'm gonna do, and I just kept saying that over and over again. It's sort of like that redundancy that Donna was speaking about earlier. It's like, damn, I'm just saying the same thing over and over again, just using different words, but there's no action behind it. And it's the same thing with relationship. But getting back to when I'm saying broken women, it's just like a woman dealing with a broken man. And he's coming out of all these bad relationships, and they give you, this nice spiel about it, and then you fall for it. It's like, oh man, I ain't that type of woman. I ain't that type of man. I'm gonna show you what a good man is. And you're just doing it, and it's like, wait a minute, this person isn't receiving anything, and you busting your behind, trying to break through, and there's no breakthrough because you're just you're just a momentary thing for them. So my thing is, you gotta say, okay, enough is enough. Draw that line in the sand and say, look, if you're not really about me and about doing this, I'm going to move on. I'm going to remove myself from this and move on. Wish them well, but carry on, because I think everyone on this panel here understands that life will keep on lifing without you. So I mean, the moment you stop, life is going to continue. So I can't say there's a bunch of bad women out there because I haven't met them all. My thing is, if I allow this person to keep running this game on me, it's not them anymore, it's me. So I guess in short, making better choices. And I get right to the quick. That doesn't mean it's like, oh, I like you, let's get married. No, look, if you really have a genuine interest in me, okay, why are we going on 50 dates? For what? For real, why are we doing all that? If you're really into me, why are we doing this? I mean, we were in high school back in the 80s. We're grown. Yeah, most of us are 50 plus. So it's like, look, what's that?
I don't know what that was.
Yeah, but so I guess that's it. No more of the games, and I'm just gonna go ahead, and look, if you're into me, I'm into you, and we're gonna make it happen. If not, hey, good day, and keep it moving.
Okay. All right. Okay.
I like that.
Done with the games. Done with the games. All right. Mr. Neil. I'm sorry. You're right. No, go ahead, Jimmy.
Well, I had three. I got three that I was intentional about writing down.
Okay.
And they contrast each other. So the ones that I'm, getting rid of the old and going into the new. The first one is to stop trying to overly explain my feelings to a person who clearly doesn't care. If you have to say something, the same thing 15 times for them to change, they don't care. So
Okay.
going into 2025, I'm gonna say it once, maybe twice. And if I don't see any action taking place to accommodate that, some decisions to make, right? My second one is to truly allow God to deal with the things that I am not in control of.
Amen.
I think too many times we're trying to control stuff that we don't have the power to control. Um, um, and so number three was, no matter what the situation is, I always want to make decisions that are pleasing to God. In other words, that are not going to damage my character or my moral system. So those are the things that, because sometimes people can get under your skin and you'll say and do some stuff that that you probably shouldn't have said or done. You know what I mean?
Right.
But going into 2025, it's kind of like, you know what? I'm always going to make decisions based on what my value system is, and I want to make sure that I'm operating in a sense that when they say you reap what you sow, what goes around comes around. I always want to be sowing something positive, so I can always be looking for a positive return.
I agree.
Those are my three.
Okay. All right. Appreciate that, Jimmy. Anybody want to comment, piggyback, anything?
What's up, Corey B? Come on, give us something now. We don't gave you a pass for a minute.
I was going to say that too.
We do. Come
there's
on
two.
now.
There's 2 men. That's 2 and 2. Okay, so back on the woman again. Come on, Corey B.
Okay.
All right, Corey.
Oh.
What's your out with the old, in with the new, Corey?
I had an interesting year with friendships. One with a girl I called my best friend. I still love her. Like that's my sister right there. But I haven't talked to her in a very, very long time. So it took me a second to say, all right, step back, stop reaching out, let the person reach out to you. And there was nothing. And so as a single person who tends to lean on my friends, for a camaraderie and I guess to fill, voids of just being single sometimes. You don't want to be alone or not have somebody to talk to. I just wasn't getting that. And I'm like, okay, how's this going to work? And I haven't heard anything from her. I reach out. I would reach out. Sorry, I haven't reached out in a while. I would reach out and I wouldn't get anything back. Actually, the interesting, funny story, y'all are going to love this. The last time she reached out, we hadn't talked in a while. And she said, hey, you home? I was like, yeah. She said, all right, we're going to come by. Just want to see how you doing, check on you. I'm like, okay, cool. And I'm thinking, I don't like extra people here. Like, I don't like the we, because I don't know who we is. And if it's her husband, I don't want to see him. Right? I don't like him at all. No, I don't like him. But
it's been recorded now.
She stops by. It's her mom, and her daughter. And they stop by. And hey, how you doing? Oh, it's good to see you. Got a big hug from everybody. She told her daughter, I want you to use the bathroom. And I'm like, okay, she can go ahead, use the bathroom. Everybody used the bathroom. And then they got their stuff and was ready to go. And I'm like, oh, wow. You called me because you wanted a clean restroom.
Wow.
Oh, shit.
So I really, this is like my best, you know what I mean? So I was just like, oh, okay. So I had to take some time and step back. But there was another friend that I had met here. I met her at work. And I don't typically meet people to hang out with at work. But me being here, not from here, my support system, my group, my people are back in Delaware, which isn't far, but they're not coming down here like that. I'm not going up there like that.
Right.
I pay for my space. I need to be in it because I'm paying for it.
Right.
And the girl at the job, we were real cool to the point where I lent her money. And I'm not talking about small money like $50, $100, $200. It was money.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's how cool we were. Like, she felt comfortable, and I felt honored that she would ask me when she needed.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
But she stopped talking to me this year, and we worked together. She stopped talking to me. One of my coworkers.
Wait. Sorry. She stopped talking to you.
Mm-hmm.
So money hasn't come back.
Oh, it did come
pay you back.
Oh,
and was
money
like,
came back. She gave me money back. She just stopped talking to me. And I remember speaking to her. Y'all gotta look at my face. I was talking to her. I saw her in the hallway. I was like, "Hey, how you doing?" And she went,
Wow.
So I'm like, okay, all right. But mind you, this is a relationship I built with someone who I work with, which can get really sticky.
Yeah.
So I left it alone. I stay in my classroom. I call it my cave because I don't come out unless I have to. So I found out what the issue was. Somebody that she's been seeing also works at the building. And he's a slore. And I don't know what she assumed or thought, but we work across the hall from each other. And people who have known her since they grew up were like, it's your proximity to this person. And I'm like, but I don't want him. He looks like a thumb. And
he looks like a what?
A thumb.
Not Corey B. Corey B. Now don't be here. Come on.
I'm not gonna lie to you. Okay. In my big age, ain't no point in lying anymore.
I ain't saying that. I'm just saying, why you gotta slander the man?
Actually, that's not what I call him. That's what somebody from another school called him.
She could have said a pinky.
Yeah. You can't do nothing without either one of them.
Hey. But yeah, this person, like somebody she grew up with said it's our proximity, our physical proximity. I'm like, I'm not interested in him. And he was like, but y'all, it don't matter to her. Y'all are too close. And one day she did decide to speak. And I said to her, what's going on? We used to be cool. And you don't talk to me anymore. She was like, oh, well, I don't come over this side. I don't see you a lot. It's just, it's just been a long time I haven't seen you. That's all. I'm like, okay. And that was it. Now, by that relationship, and I think that was easier to let go of than my bestie. But what I learned was, you know what? She showed me exactly who she was. And actually, she showed me before this. I just shrugged it off. I give people the benefit of the doubt instead of saying, oh, nah, nigga, go ahead somewhere. Sorry.
That's all right. You didn't drop the
Sorry. I detest that word. I only use it when I think it's necessary.
We're gone, nigga. Go ahead.
But what I learned was that we teach people how to treat us.
Yes.
And I've taught them how to treat me. I've taught my best friend, honey, I'll still be there for you if you pop up after a year and we don't talk to each other because you just need to use the bathroom. I taught the girl at the job, yeah, you can say this about me in front of people. You can the jokes on me in front of folk, and you can act like this, and I'm gonna still be cool with you. I'm gonna still be your person, and your ram in the thicket or whatever you want to call it. No, not at all. So at this point, I'm just like, no, I had to think about it. Like, I got family, I have friends, I got people who love me. What I need you for?
Right.
So one of the things I learned was
go ahead. I'm sorry.
Go ahead. I learned was we teach people how to treat us. And if you're not treating me properly, it's because somewhere I've taught you that that's okay. Now, the other thing Well, something I learned over the summer. I went on a vacation to New Orleans, and I didn't get to see everything I wanted to see. I was hanging out with somebody, and they wanted to do other stuff, and I was like, oh, "Okay, cool." Finley, don't get beat up.
Keep going.
Don't get beat up.
Damn, why
Don't
you
get
even?
beat up.
Yeah.
So anyway, I decided I'm going back to New Orleans to see the stuff I want to see, and I'll be all right going by myself. So the other lesson I learned is to just go. It's not a bad idea not to take folk with you. That's it.
Okay.
But y'all asked me to say something. So
although I did put out there in March for my birthday, we were going to New Orleans, but you know, I digress.
I can't do it. I'm already taking off for the weekend.
I got you, man. I
want to go
understand.
so
You a
bad,
teacher.
though.
It's different. You a teacher. I understand.
I want to go so bad.
I just had to plug that in there. Corey, I appreciate that. I appreciate that you came from that perspective.
Yeah.
Because like I said, a lot of times this thing moves and we're talking relationship, but you know, with our significant other or whatever. But I appreciate that dynamic because even in that relationship, you had to make a decision. The treating showing people how to treat you is important all the way across the board. So I appreciate that. Neil done popped out because he knew I was coming to him.
Right here.
All right, Neil. Out with the old, in with the new.
Corey, I appreciate you saying that. You know, appreciate hearing what you had to say.
Oh, thank
But
you.
me, I guess I probably have to say, I guess a form of fear, because you know, I divorced back in, what was it, December 2017. And, you know, it wasn't something that I really wanted. And, you know, it was just a painful time in life, just trying to, you know, navigate and do things after, you know, divorce. But of course, you know, I've got comfortable, you know, staying to myself, being by myself, doing things by myself, you know, so comfortable where I just haven't even really truly try to attempt to date anybody since being divorced, not for real, for real.
Mm-hmm.
You know, because I just told myself that pain that I felt, you know, I said I'd rather feel the most excruciating physical pain than feeling that pain of the heart again. So I've just become just so comfortable being with myself, but not that there's anything wrong with that. But I mean, in the back of my mind, you know, it's just like you know, like when you have certain news or just certain things, it's like, you know, it's nice to tell a friend, it's nice to tell a family member, but it's, you know, a different response you get from a significant other when you tell them
Yeah.
that news. And I know I talked last time about having peace, because peace is very
Yeah, you said peace 3 times with capital letters. I remember that part.
peace is very, very important to me, you know, but I think I have to just put what happened to me so many years ago to rest and just make myself vulnerable and just go out there and thinking, you know, well, just because she did that doesn't mean everybody I meet is gonna do the same thing. So
Yeah.
Hey, bro, how long you been divorced, man?
Since 2017.
2017. All right.
Mhm.
So where you at right now when it comes to like dating and stuff like that, and relationships? Like where you are right now?
I mean, since being, I mean, this current second, kind of started talking to somebody.
Okay.
So I guess so. I mean, because I met the person who I was married to. I mean, like the last person who I truly dated and courted and did all that stuff, you know, that was like back in uh 2013. So it's like my mindset of, you know, what dating is, and you know, it might be played out, it might be old school, but that's what I got. That's who I am. I'm over here still making mixtapes and everything. So
Yeah, you got cassettes, bro.
nah, I'll upgrade it to
But man,
CDs, man.
you
I'll
still got
upgrade
the
it to
boombox in
CDs.
there.
PDK Coon. PDK Coon.
Yeah, with the double
With the
cassette.
double hit that.
Record play. So all right. So one thing about it is you admit it. You definitely admit it as far as you have admitted that of where you are. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people can't do that.
Yeah,
You know what
yeah.
I'm saying? That's a nice step. You know what I mean? So where you trying to get to? You ever think you get married again?
I've been married twice. That divorce, that was my second marriage. So I'm not saying it's impossible, but I mean, she'd have to be just
Go.
one hell of a woman, pretty much, And I'm not going to say perfect because I don't
Right.
expect. I mean, somebody who's not perfect can expect to be with somebody who is perfect. So perfect for me,
Yeah.
who enjoys my lame sense of humor and my homebodiness at times, and things like that. So, somebody who I'm kind of talking to, and you know she's showing real interest in me, and I'm just, I guess, taking it slow, still, I guess, reserved just because, but I'm trying to, dismiss those thoughts, put those things out. And, this person has never done anything for me. They've never harmed me. This person shouldn't have to pay for the sins of my ex.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know what? And don't rush that process though, bro. Don't try to don't try to put yourself in a situation where you feel like you have to be and you ain't ready. You see what I'm saying? Like just kind of like like you say, take it down at your pace. As long as you keep your eyes and ears open, man, you know what I'm saying, you're gonna be able to see who she is, you know what I'm saying? You're gonna see who
No,
she is. So just
Mark.
kind of
He don't want to be like you, Mark.
nah, I mean
He don't want to be. He wants to do
sounds
it
like
his way.
no,
He don't want to be like you, brother.
No, I'm not asking him to, but I still have to give him a nugget though. You know what I'm saying?
I
You have
know
to
this.
get
I
I know
appreciate the
this.
nuggets,
nugget.
brother. I
You
appreciate
know
the
what I'm saying?
nuggets.
Yeah.
I'm
Neil.
not beyond advice. I'm not beyond
Yeah.
advice. I don't know everything. So
Neil, I have to say I so appreciate that because you started out with the word fear. You started out with the word fear. And I applaud that because I was thinking the other day, I met this gentleman, been talking to this guy for a little bit, and I had to think about because I'm always thinking about the male female dynamic doing this type thing. So I always like to look at those both perspectives. That's why I love the brothers being on here. And I thought about the fears that I as a woman have going into a new relationship or attempting or the dating process. And I was like, men have those same fears. So, ladies, I think I need us to take note. When you feel like, oh, he's just not really into me, or he's just not really listening, or he's not calling, or whatever, we got to take a moment to step back and think too. They have the same type fears that we do. Trying to go into new relationships. They're navigating this thing just like we are. And those expectations that we have, um that sometimes may not be realistic, we got to understand they have those expectations too. But the fact that you said fear, I love that. When you said fear, I was all engaged. I mean, I'm listening to everybody, but when you said that, I'm like, a brother is saying that he is afraid to navigate these new waters. He wants to though, but he's afraid to do that. So I appreciate that. I really appreciate that. So that fear is out. So you tell me who she is, and we're gonna be watching because you got that. You got that. You got that. All right. So I have to go to I want to say he's not our only married man on here. Jimmy is married, but he popping in and out. Perry.
Yes.
Now, I don't know what your direction is gonna come from, but I'm going this direction because I'm saying you're the only other married man on here. So technically, right now, you're the only married man on here, and I don't know what direction you're out and in or coming. But you got the floor, brother. What's out with the old, in with the new?
Out with the old. Old is, I don't know. I guess it's the stuff I'm working on with my therapist. So probably,
Bravo.
yeah. So that's
Yeah.
stuff, and that's just stuff I need to work on. Probably always needed to, just didn't know I needed to, because I'm using them. I'm a man, guys, and that ain't always the way. That ain't always the way. But I mean, I don't really do like resolutions or whatever, because what I've been doing has been working for me, so I'm good with it. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just gonna keep on rocking, just like this.
Yeah.
That's it for me.
All right. Yo, that counseling, that therapy, whatever you want to call it, it is a beautiful thing.
Them edibles.
A combination.
Right. What? Good night.
A combination.
Right.
Yeah.
You know what? I get mine out of the way. The out for me is really my mentality as far as spending more time probably with my mom. I'm gonna be honest with you. Right. I gotta expand. I got, at this point, as they start to age, really just kind of like not being selfish of my time and spending more time. I gotta go out with a selfish mindset on that. You know what I'm saying? So I'm trying to be cognizant of it ain't always just about me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's about just kind of being a little bit more present during these times. You know what I'm saying? My mom's fairly young, so she's 68. In comparison to me being 50. Right. So back when she was 17, I always tell her, I say, we grew up together. I'd be messing with her, but like, we grew up together. You know what I'm saying? I was high school with you. You know what I'm saying? We grew up together. You know what I'm saying? So that would be that, and then and with the new would probably be just from a business aspect of being a little bit more organized thoughts, organized on how I present things, just a whole lot of other things as far as in with a mindset of organization.
Okay. Okay. All right. I didn't miss anybody, right? Finley.
Yes.
That boy crazy as
hell. Finley, you're out with the old, in with the new.
I've been talking this whole time.
You have, but were you specific to you, or what you been typing this whole time?
I like the Neil, right? Is my brother's name up there?
Yes.
I had a couple of things. I was trying to be quiet because I've been saying too much tonight. I understand what you were saying about being comfortable with yourself, because I promise you, for years, I got divorced in 2010, and when any woman would come up to me, I'm like, I'm a good friend. I'm not very good in relationships, and it's amazing. Sometimes friendships do turn into relationships if it's right. I'm not saying every relationship. Don't go try to sleep with everybody.
Right.
What? Also, why not?
Hey, this is
Neil, do not listen to Mark.
Mark meant that.
Neil,
Mark meant that.
Probably his chest.
So also, I understand what you're saying. Like, I've done a lot of things by myself over the last 10, 15 years. I've done a lot of things by myself. And when you don't have that inside joke, because I jumped out of an airplane, I did a couple other things. I damn near broke my neck with my leg. And I didn't have a person who was on my, that inside joke. So you miss that. That's something that you really miss, because you don't have that person to have that little joke with when you're in a crowd. And so speaking of crowds, for the longest time, I've never, I had a motorcycle, never joined a group, joined multiple things, never been part of a group. One thing last year or a couple of years, I was trying to fit in. And I was like that square trying to fit in where that circle was. And those weren't my people. I had to realize those were not my people I needed to hang with. and I have no ill will against them. You know, hey, I used to put my money there, go hang out. And at the end of the night, when I would just walk out the door, no one would say bye to me. I was by myself. And I had to realize, you know, that was just not my crowd. I'm perfectly fine being by myself. I start dating, start seeing someone, and I have that. I have my one of my best friends is a female. Is I have. I'm not saying the perfect life. I realized I had to realize not to want to put myself with a group of people that could care less if I was there or not. And then the other thing was to forgive myself for a lot of things that's happened in my past, or, you know, not being able to be the smartest person. Give myself some leeway, or getting older, growing up and getting older, forgetting things. I used to be that person like, you remember what happened? Man, when people start telling me, boy, I don't even remember. And I had to forgive myself. I used to be so down on myself because I can't remember. I would write stuff on a piece of paper and forget the paper. I mean, so it just kind of gets to the point, the relationship. So the relationship, not trying to be where I'm not noticed or cared about, and also forgive myself.
Okay. Okay.
Amen.
Yeah. Yeah. Yo, we literally have hit probably every spectrum of relationships, y'all.
Even
It,
wigs, even wigs.
even wigs, even
Not those
wigs.
Your
wigs.
prostate health.
Right.
Bro, I say, we
Any of
have,
y'all? Did any of y'all grow up overseas? You remember they used to have that little star that went past and said, "The more you know."
yeah.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. I
I'm gonna go
remember
pull my
that.
wig out.
Oh, hold on now.
You do yours?
I mean,
We're
hey
gonna be
man, I'm
playing
holler
some
at y'all. Let's
Gandalf
get ladies
tonight.
on, bro.
We don't
What's
kick
going
things.
on?
I'm gonna be the wizard
What
tonight.
you doing,
I'm just
man?
The wizard. The wizard. I love it. I love it. This couldn't have gone any better, y'all. To be honest, it couldn't have gone any better. Mark, I love that you brought moms in the
You
thought.
got to, man.
He
I
told
love
that.
that you did that.
Took it from
Yep.
me.
Yep. I love that you did that because parents, you know, some, you know, don't we don't still some don't still have. God blessed us with two daddies. Our
Yeah,
biological father passed last November.
yeah.
But the relationship was so great between my mom, my dad, and my bonus dad that we didn't
I
see
hate that fucking
foolishness.
word. He dadded your ass,
Bonus dad, you
nigga.
know
He
what
dadded
though?
your ass.
I hate stepdad though.
I know.
Like,
See, he fathered you in some capacity, I'm sure.
yeah, but
I
He
know what you're saying.
reared
Yeah,
you.
technically. Yeah.
He
yeah,
Well,
reared
bonus
you.
to me seems like an extra. Like
you
we
know,
got a
what
little
they say.
extra.
You ain't miss a meal, did you?
Not a
I
bit.
gotta throw that one out there real quick.
Even if it was peanut butter and jelly.
Yeah, good.
I take one.
Yep. Yep. But I love that we hit I don't think we missed any. I mean, everybody's individual outs and ins. I don't think we did. But if we did, you know, for those of y'all who are watching now, we'll watch later. You know, this is not about New Year's resolutions. I don't really believe in doing that. Because you have to be committed to that thing. And the thought with this was the hope, and the thought with this was bringing us to a place that we're really being intentional in what we're saying. We're being intentional in our thought of letting things go and holding on and pulling into those new things that we've learned that just help us to grow and help us to be more healthy, because nobody's getting younger. Everybody's getting older. Even if you 18 and you rock with us on real life relationship growth, or you 60, 70, 80 and you rock with us, nobody's getting any younger. So um I just want us to really kind of think about that day to day and look at it. Like I said, you know, people lost their lives. People lose their lives every day. Death is not something that's foreign to us. People lose their lives every day. But the question is, you know, we did a live discussion, Perry, Corey, on if today was your last day. And Finley, you was a part of that one too, right?
Yeah.
Uh,
Yes, I was.
Yeah. Yeah. So if today was your last day, that was a really good discussion. Like, what would you do? How would you handle that? But um, so if we think about that and the thought that what is really actually important? Like, are we wasting time and energy on foolishness? Who
Mm.
we mad at? Like what happened last month, even yesterday? Like have those discussions, communicate, say, "Hey, I didn't like that. This is how that made me feel." And let people be people. But we just got to focus on being the best that we can be. Um we just have to focus on being the best that we can be. All right, y'all. I appreciate it. This was great.
I enjoyed.
This was great.
Hey,
Anybody
what's
have anything they want to say before we shut it down?
yeah, what's the young lady name again with the glasses? What's her name?
Claudette.
Claudia. I need you to stick around. You need to come. You need to come holler at me. You're gonna sit down with me.
He mean that, sis. You gonna have to
Right.
be. You gonna have to be on the show.
All right.
We're gonna talk about wigs and
Yeah,
whips
yeah.
and chains and
We're
bricks.
gonna need you over here too.
I don't know what the brick's gonna come in at. Maybe she's gonna throw a brick at it. So,
Handcuffs.
I love it.
What you said, Perry? She need to come over to the husband show too.
Yeah. Because she need to spread some of that knowledge she got. She's a plethora of knowledge, and I want all wives to know.
Mhm.
That's a
Listen,
smart woman right there.
listen. When I say my mama taught us well, she taught us well.
Yeah, man. Mhm.
All right, y'all. So as always, y'all stand by. Stand by. I'm gonna go ahead and end for tonight, but y'all hold tight for me, okay?
Mhm.
All right, so thank you guys for joining tonight. Again, I would love for you guys to please go and subscribe to the YouTube channel, Real Life Relationship Growth. The Facebook page is Real Life Relationship Growth Renewed. You know, we had the hacking thing going on. Yo, let me tell y'all something real quick. I made a post, and some of y'all may have seen it, that the old Real Life Relationship Growth page on Facebook, this dude had commandeered the thing. Like he was the admin on the thing. And I'm like, I got an alert for it. Cause of course I can't be admin on it. When everything got hacked for me, it removed me from everything.
Mhm.
And this dude commenting on the page, nobody was engaging. So I sent him an inbox and I was like, I'm just trying to understand how you know, done took over the page and you know what you doing. And he was like, well, it was sitting there. He said an admin request was sent to him and he saw nobody was manning the page. So he went ahead and took it over.
That
What?
okay.
He was like, well, I'm here. I'm all about positivity. So, you know, he said, I'll make you an admin so you can do what you need to do with it. He was like, I'll just leave. I said, I appreciate that.
She had
It took him all day.
a hostage takeover.
A hostage takeover. Yeah.
Dude came in and just took over.
He did. I was like, how does that happen? I couldn't understand how, you know, how Facebook did that, but either way, he finally last night made me admin. So I went in and I made notes. It wouldn't let me delete the page.
Mhm.
It
Mm.
only let me archive the page.
She got
Why is family like this? I don't.
It only let me put the page into archive, but I put some notes in there to let people know this ain't it no more. Don't nothing said here is me. It ain't
Yo,
got
this
nothing
ain't
to do
it,
with it.
B. This ain't it.
This ain't it, B.
This ain't it, B.
All right, y'all. So y'all have a great night. Thank you for joining. We'll see you next Thursday. Got another good topic coming up. Ooh, I gotta hit some of y'all up again for this one. But we'll see you guys next Thursday. Y'all have a great night.
Good night.